Your brain is so smart that it knows how to take the vibrational frequencies all around you and translate them as your reality. Your brain transmits and receives frequency, and this is a proven fact. And it does this in a way so you don't even recognize that what you are perceiving is a vibration of energy at its most basic level. Colors, sounds, and even tangible objects are nothing more than vibrations that your brain translates in order to give you experiences. Because of these facts, you can have, be, or do anything you want. It's only when we focus on the how something can be possible that our minds make us believe that we can't have the things we desire. Another scientific fact that you may already know is that everything on Earth is made out of atoms. Atoms are the basic building blocks of all material things. Just as bricks might make up a home, atoms are what matter consists of as its building blocks. All atoms are made up of the same thing: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Surrounding the nucleus of an atom are shells of electrons. These shells are actually different energy levels, and within the energy levels, the electrons orbit the nucleus of the atom. The electrons are attracted to the nucleus by the same electrical force which causes magnets to work. That's what keeps the atoms together. This particular information is taught in schools, but it goes much deeper than the lessons we learn there. Physical atoms are made up of vortices of energy. These vortices are constantly spinning and vibrating, each one radiating its own unique energy signature. Therefore, if we really want to observe ourselves and matter in general, it's all energy and vibration, individually radiating with its own unique energy signature. This is what quantum physics has shown us over and over again. Everything you see is a vibration or frequency. Everything which exists in our three-dimensional realm has a frequency band to it or an energy band emitted from it. Another way to put it is this: matter and energy are different forms of the same thing. It's only that we cannot see the frequency of matter with the human eye. Because our brains are transmitters and receivers of energy, the moment something matters to us, that thing contains more energy and becomes more important to us. So our individual existence and reality are based upon what matters to us. Energy permeates all space, and everything has energy to it and therefore a vibrational frequency that composes it. So the potential number of vibrational frequency combinations is infinite. And the way your personal transmitter or brain translates those combinations is also infinite, depending on your belief systems and what is known or familiar to you. This is why an experience will matter in one way to one person and matter in a totally different way to someone else. Another interesting fact is that the frequency of an item is constant unless something affects it. Mind over matter is not just an expression. And this has also been proven time and time again. You may have heard of Dr. Emoto's rice experiments and how measurable change is demonstrated in the visible qualities of the rice through different variables, most notably the frequency of different emotional energy. If you've never seen this experiment, I recommend you search it or try the experiment for yourself. Here are a few other interesting experiments. Lynn McTaggart, who's an American journalist, author, and publisher, conducted experiments with thousands of people for an intention experiment in mind over matter. The intention of the experiment was to see if people could cause a leaf to glow. All living things emit photons, and with the proper camera you can see any living matter glow as it emits biophotons. For this experiment, there were 2 leaves. One was used as a control, and the other was the target of the experiment. Dr. Gary Schwartz from the University of Arizona conducted the experiment. The result was that the leaf that received the intention to glow from these thousands of people glowed far brighter than the leaf that did not receive the intention. This mind over matter test was successfully repeated many times. Another experiment conducted was to determine if intention could make a plant grow faster. A large number of people in Australia sent intentional energy to the seeds of a plant to see if there was an effect. The charged seeds were measured as growing faster, and again, this was successfully repeated many times. What all of this mind over matter experimentation means is this: you have the power to transmit and therefore receive any frequency you choose. And through this process, you can have a direct influence over what matters to you. Let's go through the bullet points of the process. Everything is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. Your brain transmits and receives energetic frequencies. You have the ability to use your brain to dial into any frequency you want and transmit it, much like a cell phone or radio tower, but in a much more powerful way. You can also use this ability to add or reduce power to the frequency you choose, much like a volume control. Your brain's frequency is picked up by other brains and can also affect physical matter. A vibrational frequency remains constant unless it's affected by an outside source, and your brain can be used to cause this effect. Whatever frequency you transmit with your brain, you will attract back to you things of a like nature. The laws of the physical universe are governed by one authoritative law, and that law is the law of attraction. The law of attraction is not the only law that governs physical matter, but it is a superior law that governs it. This law states that like energy or vibrations that are the same attract and reside in the same space. And the closer the energetic or vibrational match, the stronger the magnetic pull will be. So here are the 3 most important questions to ask yourself when attempting to change your reality. Number 1, what do I want? You must define what you want to transmit and receive. Number 2, what is the intensity of the frequency that I am willing to apply? Your manifestation requires fuel to become materialized. Number 3, how often am I willing to transmit this frequency? Dedication and duration keep the process intact. These factors determine the speed and accuracy with which your manifestation shows up in your life. But there's one more factor to this equation, and that's belief. If you don't believe you will get the thing you want, you send out a counter intention that cancels all of the other work that's been involved. Disbelief blocks the intensity of the frequency, as well as the duration that you'll actually be willing to put into the process. This is why I talk about changing your beliefs permanently on a subconscious level so often. You must have an intense desire, coupled with belief that you can achieve that desire as a reality in your life. Because this manifestation must be something you can believe in, you'll want to test your belief systems to determine where you stand on this. Here's a popular way to do this. Grab a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle so you have 2 columns. Label the first column as follows. If money wasn't an object, and I knew I could not fail, I would create in my life. Fill this column in with all of the things that fit this description. You can pause this video to do this. Once you've written these things down, use the second column to fill in how strong your belief is that you can achieve having each of these things within the next year. Use a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being an absolute belief in achieving the manifestation, and 1 being no belief whatsoever in your ability to manifest what is wanted. Once again, you can pause this video to fill this in. The goal with this exercise is to take this list and start creating the things that are tens first, and then work your way up to the other objects. If you don't have any tens, you'll want to start with the highest number you have. The reason you do this is because it's crucial to achieve some successes. And you can do this by using things that you both have a high desire for and a high level of belief in. These are the things that will manifest the fastest for you. This process also trains your mind to believe that you can, in fact, create what you want. It creates a higher belief level that these principles can work in your life. Things that you have more than average doubt towards will be the more difficult things to manifest at first. But as you practice this formula, you will gain mastery at manifesting the things that you want in your life. It's also crucial to remember that your main goal when manifesting intentionally is to find ways to feel good as often as possible. Anything you are looking to achieve is based on the feeling you believe you will get from that thing. And as we've discussed, when you transmit energy, you pull back to you things that are like that energy. So rid yourself of the "if I have the thing I want, then I can finally feel good" mantra, and replace it with "if I can finally feel good, I can have the thing I want." With enough belief, firm intention, intense frequency, and dedication, the entire universe and all of its laws will conspire to match you with your intention. And when you train your brain to do this unconsciously, your manifestations will begin showing up faster and faster.